Hey, good afternoon. This is video journal number 6, 5 tips on writing commercial, excuse me, by Dan O'Day. Dan says we need to know exactly what we want to say before we write it. He also says don't write to impress, write to communicate. There should also be a single core message. What is it that we want our target listeners to hear, understand, as well as remember? And in that single core message, we need to be able to have that single core message delivered, and everything around it being said needs to be leading up to that core message. The fourth thing is we need to speak the language that the listener speaks. We need to use the same words that our listeners would use. And then the fifth thing is there needs to be a single call to action. What is it that we want the listeners to do? Do we want them to move via phone call, coming into the building, or by the website? Don't give them a choice of all three, just that one single core thing. And I want to play the M&M's radio spot for you, and let's see if they do follow Dan's advice.
You love chocolate.
Chocolate.
You love M&M's.
Oh, yes.
But your tastes have grown up, and you're just not wild about super sweet milk chocolate. So you've been avoiding M&M's.
Yeah.
Well, fear no more.
Huh?
M&M's Dark Chocolate to the rescue.
My heroes.
M&M's Dark Chocolate Candies. Available wherever fine candies are sold.
All right, and that was the commercial for M&M's. Now, I can't necessarily say that the single core message, I think the single core message was that, we grow up and sometimes we think M&M's are for kids, but as grown-ups, we can have it in the form of dark milk chocolate. And I think the writers of this commercial knew what they wanted to say before they wrote it. I don't really think they wrote to impress. I do think they wrote to communicate, because I didn't see them using, large words or words in the vocabulary that your everyday citizen would not understand. So I would have to say that they did speak the language of the listeners. Now, as far as the single call to action, I'm not exactly sure they did a good job with the single call to action, just because they said it's found wherever fine chocolates are found. Well, what's a place that fine chocolates are found? In my mind, you can find M&M's, anywhere, but you can't necessarily find so-called fine chocolates anywhere. So the call to action was, I guess, okay. To me, it's just saying go to any store or go to a store where chocolates are found. And like I said, I think they did everything. They spoke the language the listeners wanted. They used words that listeners would use. So I think they did everything, but the single call to action, I think I would have wanted to see something a little more specific, whether it's found at Walmart or visit mnms.com and order, a certain dark chocolate today. I think I would have just wanted to see something more specific in a single call to action. Anyway, my time is up. I'm up to 3 minutes. Sorry about that, Miss Moore. Rodney Funderburg. This is video journal number 6. Thank you.